Shalom, first and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakak with us, double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone that taught us the truth. Salutation all Yakin, pushing his word day in and day out, doing this quick lesson on, I saw a brother post this as his thumbnail for his camp lesson or street speaking video, and, these are all the cities where you got this protest going on, which is a beautiful thing because scriptures goes into uproars of the people, you know. You shall not regard their kings or princes because it's shit, Lord willing, it boils over, you know. But, the brothers, the sincere brothers ain't supposed to be out there, but of course, you're going to have guys out there trying to promote their brand, a.k.a. camp, and t-shirt fringe guys, man. But you look at all these cities, because it started in the West Coast. Because one thing about L.A. and New York, they do start trends, man. So it started in the West Coast, L.A. You got Seattle, Portland. These are all cities where you have brothers prophesy. San Fran, San Jose, LA, Vegas, Santa Ana, San Diego, Aurora, Colorado. You got camps in GMS, Colorado, GMS, Denver, OKC. There's brothers in OKC, Dallas. Of course, there's brothers there. San Antonio, it's brothers there. Chicago, it's brothers there. Detroit, it's Akim there. Louisville, I'm sure there's brothers there in Louisville. Memphis, of course, there's brothers in Memphis. ATLs, bro, come on. Charlotte, Philly, Boston, Detroit, DC, Bmore, Charlotte. Come on, it's all I can hear. Philly, and I teach in DC, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem outside, man. All right. So all these niggas been warned, man, throughout the 50 states, man. So now it's time for judgment, man. All right. And one thing about, when I look at this map, these are all liberal cities, man. These are all liberal cities, so-called liberal cities, so-called blue cities, blue states, for the most part. Because, all these major cities, even if they're in a red state, all right, this is all bullshit, but you get the drift. Even if it's in the so-called conservative state, majority of these cities, major cities, are liberal as hell. You could be a sodomite there, you could be a pedophile there, trans gentleman, and no one will say nothing, no one will bat an eye, man. All right, so this is where judgment is beginning, man. Because this is where the majority of our people dwell, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Majority of our people dwell in either the cities or the outskirts, the little, what they call suburbs, So, hey, man, Lord willing, this shit, because it's still in the news a week later. So it's going to be a hot summer, man, We could very well see some form of martial law by the end of summer, or even sooner. Sooner the better, In some form of fashion, man. All right. So, remember I did that video, man, about the Trump card. Enough is enough. So you'll see, when he's going to start coming down on Jake, man. Okay. And the vow, this is Isaiah 32:5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fall. Yeah, man. So, hey, man, the Lord's gonna visit, Cause really, you 501c3 camps, you in that same liberal spirit as Esau and these heathens and 2/3, man. You know, because you practicing witchcraft, man. Scriptures say, briefly paraphrase and say, all sin or all iniquity is as witchcraft. You know. So the Lord's getting ready to visit, man, these liberal cities, man. First and foremost, because they the most wicked, man. It's Isaiah 32:8. But the liberal deviseth liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand, man. All right. So that's one thing Esau got right. Yeah, the liberals, they fucking shit up. They're destroying shit. They making it hard to raise a family. That's one thing this devil got right, man. Because they are straight Satanists, man. You know. But, you know, we ain't got to fret, man. Because pursuing to verse 2, Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, that destruction, and a covert from the tempest. Storm the Lord's been as rivers of waters in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land, man. So it's not talking about any man, it's talking about the man of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay. The 1/3 elect man, the one out of 1,000. Scripture says that one man out of 1,000 have I found, man, to be righteous. Okay. So, hey, man, these liberal cities, you know, that's going along with this protest, which is all done by design, you know, which is a good thing. Because I was like, man, Lord, please don't allow this summer to be like last summer. Of course, judgment popped off last summer. But, you know, we need people to get riled up. And we got the perfect guy in office for it, Trump, man. Nero. These rile spirits up. It seemed like nothing happening. Even though prophecies was popping off, it seemed like Jake was just in a deep slumber, man, when Biden was in office for them 4 years, man. Those 4 years was horrible. And now look, man, niggas don't, you know, because you got people that sincerely hate this guy. So, you know, you got ICE detaining American citizens too, as well. You know, they're not just going after the so-called illegals or non-documented. You know, they're going after people that got their papers straight, social security cards and so forth, man. So this thing about to boil over, man. We just waiting to see that first body, that first police / military body hit the floor soon, man. Alright, so I'm gonna end it there till next time. Shalom.